Hi everyone, I have a fairly large box right here to open. It is from Buyee.jp. I think mostly all of these items were from Yahoo Japan, but there might have been a couple from Mercari. But there's actually only 4 items, but one is a doll, but it's like a doll lot, so it's a mini Dollfie Dream, and it came with a bunch of it's like a full doll with like accessories, clothes, whatever. I just wanted to say though, I had purchased these things, you know how Buyee does, where you can kind of purchase and then you hold the items and then you ship it all together. So they marked the value of this on the customs form as 60,300 yen. And then there was also postage paid of 11,500 yen. So at this point, I would be just under like the 80,000 yen, which in terms of exchange rate, it is probably still just under 800. So even with the yen, or the declared value plus the postage, I didn't quite hit that 800 mark. So even though this package was presented it was sent via EMS from Japan to me here in Illinois, USA. I was following the tracking, and it was presented to customs, and they returned it like within a day. I didn't pay any extra customs fees as of yet. And I know I've been trying to pay attention. There's this 800 mark, and then it was like everything, the tariffs were all paused for like 90 days, like 3 months or something. So I'm not sure if that 800 mark is going to hit yet or not. But this is just my experience with this shipping. So I had it shipped, whatever it was, like 4 or 5 days ago, and it got presented to customs. There was no extra fee at all that I experienced. So I'm just going to go ahead and open up this package and show you guys what's inside. Set aside all the fluff for now. There are maybe some non-doll things. So there was 4 items total that I purchased. But like I said, the one was a lot, which had several items in it. So some of these things may not necessarily be doll related. Like this, to me, looks like a collectible card. And I don't know why I can't remember the things that I order, even though I obsessively make sure that I have everything all shipped together, and I look at all my items to make sure they're all there at the warehouse for Buyee. And I should know exactly what I'm getting, but sometimes I guess I just forget. I've been a little bit I'm trying to cut this open without cutting whatever's under there. Oh, I see. There's actually just a piece of paper on the top, so there's only one cardboard. I've been getting a little bit back into my Digimon card game. It's really hard. Oh, this is not a card, though. It's a sticker. I always love Digimon. I'll always enjoy it. But even though they have been having an active card game with the new collectible cards going for probably about 2 years now, I was pretty heavy into it at the beginning because they hadn't really released new English versions of the current card game for, I don't know, a while, at least a couple of years, maybe even like 10 years or so. So I was into it, and then I kind of backed off because I was spending a lot and I wasn't really getting any amazing cards. And then I decided it would be just cheaper for me to invest and purchase the individual cards that I want. But this is not a card. This is a sticker. Look at that. Isn't that adorable? So there's a whole series of the entire, 7 or 8 Digidestined main characters from the first anime season. And I love Gabumon. That's the little character there. The boy's name is Matt. And I kind of wanted to get the entire set. A single seller was selling all of them, but they were like $5 a piece plus shipping. So I just picked my favorite one. And it's hard to say that this one is more favorite to me than my favorite character, Gabumon, which is a little cat Digimon. But Gabumon is just so adorable. Look at him. Isn't he so cute? I don't know what it says on the sides, but this thing up here, B-side label, I guess, It's a company that makes stickers. I don't know. I think this probably could be doll related. Maybe. It looks like, yeah, I think it is doll related. So as I mentioned, the doll that I got in here is a mini Dolphy Dream. I actually watched her for a little bit. She was listed up on the Yahoo Japan Select the auction, and she got listed for like a week, and like a bunch of people were watching her, like 40 people or so had the lot on their watch list, and nobody bid on her. And I kind of was like, oh, I should have gotten it when nobody bid. So I watched her again the second week, and still a lot of people had her on the watch list, but nobody bid. So I bid on it like a day before she ended, and still nobody bid, and so I won her. But this is sort of relevant, or maybe not, I don't know. But these are doll parts for Mini Dolphy Dream, I do believe. I think they advertise it for Mini Dolphy Dream, but they're pretty cool. But I don't think they're going to work for this doll. I mean, like skin tone wise. So look at this. These are like little hoof parts to take, like you pop off the feet and the ankle joints, and you can pop on these little hooves. I want to say that these are probably 3D, or 3D, yeah, 3D printing. I don't know. They feel like not resin, but they're still pretty firm. That's so cute. Look at that. So let's just test the joint here, see how it is. It obviously moves a little, not a whole super lot. So there's some posability there, but not a ton. But it's just really cute. It actually has like a split layer for the hoof, and it could be nice to paint these. But as far as like the fur, I mean, I guess it really doesn't matter, I suppose, if I paint them. They could go with anyone. But I was thinking these would be cute for the one Mini Dolphy Dream I have that's I've kind of styled her like a little devil. Her name is Cupcake, but she always wears red and black, and I often picture her with a little pair of horns. So I think this would be cute for her. I don't think the skin tone matches her either. I would say that this is probably the closest to semi-white or just white. I don't know. But these are cute. They were pretty inexpensive. And the same thing actually happened with these. I saw these listed up. I think this was part of like a New Year's lot that some artist had put out of several 3D printed items for Mini Dolphy Dreams. It was like a box set, and there were several parts to it, and this was one thing that was included in that box set. And I did watch some people listed those after the New Year's, and I kind of watched a few of them go here and there, and then people started breaking up the individual parts and selling, instead of selling the whole box set, you could just buy the parts. But I got that. It was, I think it was like $8 for those, and I just thought it'd be fun to try on a Mini Dolphy Dream. Now I said that there was, oh wait, here we go. Oh, no. Look, here's a pink wig. You all know how much I love pink wigs. This is part of that lot for the Mini Dolphy Dream. And they have the whole lot, it looks like, all taped up. But I swear I had 4 items. So the sticker and the hooves would have been 1. The doll lot would have been 2. Or 3. I'm sorry, yeah, 3. I don't know where the what the 4th item might be. Oh, you know what? It's this wig. This wig was not part of that lot. Sorry, this thing is like breaking up. So yeah, this wig was just a separate item that I purchased. It was not part of this lot. As you can see, it's all bundled up. And I don't know that I would necessarily use this wig for this doll, but I think this doll comes with like a pink theme. I just thought this wig was really cute. You all know how much I like the pink wigs. It's like ponytail, or it's bangs and like side ponies, and it's just pink. It kind of looks light pink here on my video, but I would say it's definitely like it almost looks orangey pink here on my screen that I'm looking at, but in person it's definitely a pink. so not really orangey. But I like it. I thought it was a pretty design, and I just like the pink wigs. So, all right, I'm going to set that aside. And then open up this package here. I'm actually going to use a chair to the side of me so that I'm not blocking the whole entire screen with this packaging, which they did a really good job. And I wonder, sometimes I wonder, like, you know, Buyee offers extra protective packaging when you purchase, when you ask them to bundle your, you know, ship your items. If you have multiple items, you can ask them to bundle it, and they also offer this extra protective packaging. But sometimes I wonder if like this is pretty well wrapped, like all together, and it's obviously multiple boxes shipped together from the shipper. I feel like maybe they like maybe the shipper, the original shipper that I purchased the item from, probably wrapped it up like this. So this may not be additional, you know, protective packaging from Buyee, but it certainly came out really nice. All right, almost there, almost freed. So here's one box, and then here's the other box. And you know, the interesting thing was, like a year or so ago, maybe longer, I don't know, Buyee was like, we're gonna take off the extra packaging that is sent with your items so that we can condense better and ship better. But I suspect with this one, because it was so well wrapped, they just were like, we're just gonna leave it alone. And you can actually also pay to like have a picture sent of your items so that you can view it before it's shipped to make sure everything looks correct. I don't often do that because I've never really had a problem, except for that Sakura Miku not arriving with the items pictured, which really frustrates me still to this day. But other than that, I've never really had an issue. So this, I don't know if the doll is in here. It's probably in the longer package, but this whole package appears to be like the accessories and stuff. So she came with, like, I think at least 2 outfits and 2 like foxtails with ears. Look at this big fluffy tail. Oh, it's so fluffy. Yeah, I'll just show you guys real quick. It comes, they both had tails and ears, and it appears that they are magnetic. Look at this tail. It's like bigger than my face. And then there is fox ears. This is a very light pale pink. And I'm curious though, because like there is this stack of magnets here. Well, it does seem to be connecting, so there's probably something inside of the ear too. And probably for the tail as well. And then in this one, another pink tail, but with, instead of like, this one is like light pink with like the white tip. And so that's the same color scheme for the ears, the light pink there, and then white on the inside. We have kind of similar pink, but it is a different shade. Pink here, and then this darker pink for the tip, and same with the ears here, and there's magnets included. These are a little fluffier than, or a little bit longer fur. They make me think of like the Grinch and his, like, you know, floofy fingers. I am so excited. So the reason that I probably bought this, of course, is because she had a very pink theme, but because she also had all these like foxtail things. She's really cute. You guys are gonna love her. All right, what else came with her? There is more magnets. That might be for one of the tails, I guess. It's like a brick magnet, which is interesting. I'm gonna slide that in with one of the tails so I don't lose it. There is this outfit thing here. Oh, there's also a spare neck peg. That's interesting. I think they said that they modified it to take out the original peg that Volks put in. And then, or maybe this is something, maybe it's a spare one. I don't know. Look at it, see, it has that. It's for the F3 frame. But look at this little outfit. She has this little blouse. Could use a little bit of a pressing, probably. It's Velcro. You know, the listing actually had, like, the seller wrote, I'm looking for adoptive parents to adopt my baby. It was so cute. It was totally a doll person selling this doll because they probably just wanted to slim down their collection or whatever. But that's a really cute outfit. A little strawberry. It's a very pink themed thing. Look at, here is a bracelet, a necklace, and a little hair clip. And then this is like a whole on thing because look at, there's even these really cute shoes. They're pink and they have bows and they have sparkles and then the socks too. But yeah, so the seller was like, I need somebody to adopt my baby. And I'm like, I will adopt her. I will drop everything that you're selling because it's so cute. So far 2 tails and ear sets, a little strawberry jumper outfit. Oh, she also came with a stand too. And because she's very like fox themed, this is a fox shaped stand, which is really cool. It would be the second kind of stand like that I have. That's kind of reminiscent of the character, and it has the saddle stand, or is that what that's called? The saddle stand? No, the saddle is like where it has an actual like little plastic piece. So this is just maybe a U-stand, but it's nice because it has the little hinge to lift the stand up and down, and then to set it wherever you want, and just snap it down and it stays, which is great. But the other stand that I have that's like a shaped stand is a bear, or yeah, I have a bear one. I might even have a paw one. I have maybe 1 or 2 paw ones, but I have a bear for my little Kumiko Puyo, which she still needs face up. But this is a cute little pink fox one, and the stand just screws right into the base there, and then you have your stand. Look at that. That's pretty cool. This is a very pink doll, and you all know I just love the pink. Here is something kind of wrapped up. It feels like it would be a wig box. It's kind of cute tissue. This is like, I wish I could tell the actual buyer, you know, thank you for selling her. Okay, so this must be her head. Oh yeah, it's her body's in parts. So there is a 4th. So her body is in here. I wonder if what the 4th box is. Okay, so it has DDH10 Rush Hour since 2017. It says www.try-prilia.serio.jp. Give that a little zoom up so you guys can see that. This is her head. So that must be the artist who did the head. I don't know. I didn't get the feeling that the seller was the artist. I think the seller accumulated all this stuff for their doll. Here's some information from that Rush Hour, whatever, and their QR codes. I don't know if you want to check those out. There they are. I don't know what those lead to, so if you're worried, don't do it. But otherwise, I suspect that's kind of like a COA for the artist's face up. Obviously, I feel like the person who sold this cared a lot. Like, she sold the whole lot. She sold everything that she probably, I say she, could be a guy. Oh my gosh, you guys ready for this adorable face? Are you guys ready? Look at that. She's got the little teethies. I like the little eyelash work. And her eyes are definitely very anime, and they kind of sparkle. I don't know if my light is catching that, but it is very cute. She's so cute. I'm very happy with that. Oh my gosh. And I was really shocked that she didn't sell in her first week. Well, I mean, I don't know if she was listed multiple weeks. I watched her listing for a week, and when it didn't sell, I was like, oh, I have to go for that. All right, so here is, it says it's around Shugo Couture. I mean, it's in a Ranshuku Couture box. It's kind of just a pale pinkish purplish wig. Has like the bangs, and maybe it goes like, I don't know. I'll just open it so we can look, because there's a picture there. You guys can see that. You see the color, size, price. Well, that's not the price. I mean, this price probably was included in the total listing, but I feel like this complete listing with all these items was an extremely good deal, especially considering that a lot of people were watching it and nobody bid it up. So I feel like I got a pretty decent deal for this entire lot. So it's a cute little wig, a little bit different style. It has like shorter bits and then this longer part. It's very nice. I don't know which wig I might put on her because there's so many wonderful options. Even that other pink wig that I got, it could be. And then here is another Ranshuku Couture. So these must be actual, which these two wigs alone, I mean, do they have the prices on them? 5,000 yen a piece, so 100,000 yen, right? No, 5,000. 10,000 yen, whatever. So it equates to about $100, but let's say more like probably like 80 or 75. And that would account for like a fourth of the price of this. It was about 400 for this entire lot. It was actually a little bit less than 400. But I mean, these two wigs alone, their original value makes it, I feel like this is, it was a good deal. And I'm just shocked that she didn't sell within that first week when everybody was watching her. So it has a little bow on it. It needs to be kind of pushed back up. But it has like this half ponytail, bangs, and this nice little kind of curl at the bottom. Both of these are very light pale-ish pink to purple, but definitely more on the pink side. This whole lot is very pink, which I cannot resist the pink. All right, so this looks to be her body. I hope I can assemble it fairly easily. I should be able to. If you're not familiar with Dolphy Dream, Mini Dolphy Dream, the Volks brand of vinyl dolls, but you are familiar with Smart Dolls if you watch my stuff, and I do a lot of Smart Doll stuff. I assume you might know about them. Volks Dolphy Dreams are very similar to Smart Doll. They're a vinyl doll with an internal frame, and they have exchangeable parts that you can switch out the bust, change the head, obviously the eyes and the wig, the clothes, whatever, but also the hands. They have alternate hand positions, and they also have heeled feet as well, like just like Smart Doll. They have all these very similar parts, and the internal frames just kind of snap together. Okay, so look, here's her body. She has just like a cute little pair of undergarments on, like pink leopard print undergarments. And then you can see that this is not the standard neck. One curious thing, which I hope did not like happen here, but look at the back of her neck. There's like this big old chunk out, and I don't know if that's because of this neck piece. Because the weird thing is, I mean, it flexes, but like, I don't know why. Okay, so it does move quite a bit. It allows for some, you know, the head tilts and all that. I guess if you push really far back, but that's curious. I mean, it's at the back, so probably you're not going to really see it. But I don't remember seeing that mentioned in the listing. I do recall that they said that they had, here's one of her arms. They had the other arm. I am not super familiar with the F3 frame, but there's some interesting little like dots there on the, you know, and then there's like a little notch off of that. And there you can see the joint and everything. I don't know. I hope it's okay. I hope I can assemble her fairly easily. And then here's her legs. Now you can see, oh, hold on just a second.